Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the WDW 3 for Thursday. This is Walt from Mouse Talk, and with today's episode, we're going to talk about the 3 mistakes that Disney first-timers make every time they go to Disney World. Now, I get it. We're all first-timers. At some point, everybody goes to Disney for the first time. And these are the mistakes that we find happen the most. These are the Disney first-timer mistakes that come up a lot, and the ones that we try to really focus on getting people to not make when they're planning their trips. This week's episode is brought to you by Wishes and Wizards Travel Company. Experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney, Universal, or cruise line vacation. Visit them today at www.wishesandwizardstravel.com. So let's get right into it. Disney first-timer mistakes start out at number 3. Now, the number 3 mistake that most Disney first-timers make when going to Disney World is they like to sleep in. Now, I understand and I get it. Vacations are all about relaxing. They're all about sleeping in. It's about getting that extra rest, but not a Disney vacation. Some of the best times to be at the parks is at rope drop. And for those that don't know, rope drop is at the very beginning of the day when the parks very first open, or right around there. The first 2 to 3 hours at the parks can be some of the most productive time to be there. Some of the most popular rides will have little to no wait times, and you can knock them out really, really early without using your fast passes, which is really nice because then you can use your fast passes on other stuff for later in the day. All of us at some point, we all want to get some sort of relaxation in our trip, and we totally understand that. And if you really want to incorporate relaxing into your Disney vacation, then take a break in the middle of the day when the parks are at their peak. Go back to the resort, go to the pool, take a nap, and do whatever you need to do to relax, and then come back to the parks later on in the day. What's nice about that is late at night, like 2 hours before the park closes, is another great time to be there because most folks are heading back to their resorts, heading back to their cars. They're leaving the park, so the lines and wait times for some of these rides and shows are going to be a lot shorter. Sleeping in, you'll see on most of these top 10 lists that you might find on the internet, whether it's a top 10, a top 5 of mistakes made by first-timers. Sleeping in is one that you're going to see on pretty much any list you find. And the reason for that is because first-timers continue to make this mistake. Now, the number 2 mistake Disney first-timers make is going during major holidays. Who doesn't want to be in Disney World on Christmas Day? Or how about maybe Thanksgiving eating at Liberty Tree Tavern? President's Day can make for a really great long weekend trip. And also you have Memorial Day, you have Labor Day, you have some really long weekends where it's like, let's take a trip. It'll be a great time to be there because, the crowds won't be large because they'll be doing other things during the holidays and stuff like that. They won't want to be at Disney. Well, that's actually the exact opposite of the truth. Disney World is not like any other theme park. Everybody wants to be in Disney for Christmas and New Year's and Thanksgiving and Easter and all the big holidays. Folks take these long weekends as a way to do short trips to Disney, and that's why these parks are packed during the holidays. We highly recommend that for your first trip, you stay away from any of the major holidays. The parks are packed, the lines are long, the stores are crowded, the lines for food are out the door, reservations to restaurants are almost impossible to get. It can really, really make for a bad experience. It's a major culture shock when you're in these parks for the first time and you're seeing lines of upwards of 200 minutes and you can't get a reservation to any of the restaurants. It can really be pretty daunting and overwhelming and make for a bad experience. If you can avoid the holidays, I would definitely say avoid it. Don't get me wrong. There's a certain magical feeling to being at Disney during Christmas and other holidays, but I would have to say that for your first trip, I'd avoid the holidays if possible. That's number 2, going during major holidays. But the number 1 Disney first-timer mistake that's made constantly by folks going for that first time is not planning or not planning enough. Like we said before, a Disney World vacation is unlike any other vacation you'll take. Planning a trip here is essential. You won't believe how many times people have come back from their first trip saying how much they didn't enjoy the trip. And when I ask why, it's usually answers like, I couldn't get into any of the restaurants to eat. All they had was hot dogs, burgers, and fries. The lines were too long for everything. We were always late for shows because we couldn't catch the buses. We didn't know the bus times. Always stuff like that. And this is stuff that could be prevented. It's extremely important to have a game plan. Not every minute of your trip has to be planned out, but a good game plan in place will help you from wasting precious time at the parks. Make sure you get your fast passes booked. Make your dining reservations. Look at the park hours. Look for special events. Plan the time of year you want to go. There's a ton of stuff to plan during a Disney trip. We always recommend for those folks that are real novices and haven't done this before, use a travel agent for your first trip and maybe even your second if necessary. That's why we always have Wishes and Wizards Travel. That would be our recommendation. They're fantastic. They do a great job. They will help you every step of the way with as little or as much as you want. So there'd be a great starting point right there is to contact Wishes and Wizards Travel. These types of travel agents, they're experts and they really know how to help you plan a trip. Plus, their fee is paid by Disney, so there's no cost to you to have them help you book and plan a trip. So they're definitely a great way to go. Also, you can visit websites dedicated to Disney information, and you can find tons of them all over the web, all on the internet. Tons of different places you can find information. And not only that, you have YouTube. Watch videos on the parks, kind of like these videos, to get some reviews of restaurants, rides, shows, see how some of the stuff is, and to get a lot of information to help you be informed and ready for your first trip to Disney. So there you go. That's my list. That's my 3 big mistakes that Disney first-timers make. Now it's out to you guys. I want to hear from you. Let me know in the comments below. What are the mistakes that you've heard from people, or the mistakes maybe that you've made in the past? Let me know in the comments below. Also, if you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel. We'd love for you to do that. And if you did like this video, thought it was fun or informative, please give us a thumbs up and share the video as well if you could. We'd love for you to be able to share that with other folks to be able to enjoy the videos. And with that, we'd like to again thank our sponsors, Wishes and Wizards Travel, experts at helping you plan the perfect Disney, Universal, or cruise line vacation. Visit them today at www.wisesandwizardstravel.com. But that's going to about do it for this episode. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I definitely enjoyed bringing it to you. And until next time, take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.